Hello everyone, it's me Brahim Said. Welcome to my program. This program is made of two parts. It is called 15 Minutes with Brahim, and it is addressed to second language learners for the sake to enhance and build their abilities in languages such as English and French and Arabic. Mainly the most highly important and crucial skills such as speaking and listening. Throughout this program, my followers will be exposed to different English contexts, which would help them improve their levels and get over different kind of problems. So, my first guest in this first episode is Habib. Hello, Habib. Welcome to my program.
Welcome, Brahim Said. It's such a great honor for me to be here and to be hosted by you on your show, 30 Minutes with Brahim. And I'm so honored, and thank you so much.
Hello, Habib. Just to let you know, this program was planned to be 30 minutes long, but to make sure not to make you feel bored, the audience, we shortened it and make it just 15 minutes. So, our guest today is Habib, a graduate student from the Higher Institute of Translation and Interpretation Mauritania, and an active member of different community organizations. Besides, he's a tutor of English at different centers in the capital of Mauritania, Nouakchott. So, Habib, would you please introduce yourself? The floor is yours.
Again, it's a pleasure to talk to you, and it's a pleasure to be here. A little bit about myself. My full name is Mr Habibou Allah. They also call me Habibou Allah. I have shortened my name to Habib, and everyone knows me as Habib. So I am an English graduate. I got my bachelor's months ago. I'm looking forward to pursue my studies for a master at least. I've been teaching English for a couple throughout the last 3 years. I taught at different centers. I've been tutoring also. I've given classes at home. I've given online classes. I've taught on WhatsApp. I also created my channel a year ago to teach Hassania for foreigners, those who speak English, and they want to learn Hassania for any reason. So, and now I have an English. I have a YouTube channel for teaching, also for learning Hassania. And yes, that's it about me for now.
Thank you so much, Habib. We're glad to have you. Well, the first question is, when and for what reason did you decide to learn English? What was the motive?
This is a good question. Still, it's very hard for me to point out what is the initial motive that made me learn English. But I would say I would trace back the starting of the English journey. It was when I started watching movies. So back then, when I started watching movies, that was at the the initial years of the middle school. I was a first grader at the middle school. I was watching movies, and so did my sister. And so, we watched movies. We watched it, of course, for fun and action, thriller, adventure, and all that. But at the same time, there was that intent, and there's that intention of deliberately learning something. And so we were competing with each other's, challenging ourselves, and we try to learn, a little by little. And so, as I said, it's hard for me to say what is the motive. But when I made it to the university, my first year at the university, there was that, motive of, to further my skills and to be better. That kind of boosts me, And also, one of the motives will be the fact that everything is like almost in English, so it kind of pushed me to go ahead and to challenge myself. So definitely one of the motives will be to better myself, and to know that this language is very prominent and it's very promising, and this language will be a big deal one day. So that also pushed me, okay, I should keep going.
Thank you so much, Habib. That's very interesting. So the second question is, as a student of translation, what is your advice to Mauritanian students, or let's say in general all students who are interested in this beautifully language, English? In other words, what are the advices you would give to students who are willing to be bilingual or trilingual, like students whom desire to learn more than one language? What are the process based on your own experience?
My advice is, well, first of all, I want to say that learning a language is no joke at all. And even though we know that there are people, some people are better than others, and some people, they have this incredible ability, incredible capacity, competence to learn a language. It's fast, but as a whole, language is seen very difficult to learn. According to my experience, I think that listening, if there's something that made the difference, is there something that was a key factor, I would say the bedrock of learning a language, especially to me, was listening. Listening, whether it's like listening to English audios, shows, whatever, just like listen to it, or even when it comes to watching something. Because, for example, when you watch a video, a movie, a series, some video, YouTube videos, you are watching and at the same time you're listening. Both that, you're listening, watching, is all the same. It's very important. The thing about listening is that it's subconscious, meaning that you may listen and at first you think that you're not learning anything, that you're not benefiting, but in reality you are. It just takes time to accumulate something, and then over the course of time you realize, now it got its effect, and so listening is very important, but you have to be a little bit patient, because no pain, no gain, and you have to really take it easy. Listening is it's extremely crucial and important. Watching a video, be it a movie, a series, whatever, it's very important, because when you watch a video, there are pictures, there are movements, there are actions, there are the feelings, the emotions, and all that. Even the video is not subtitled in your language, in your mother tongue, in your native language, still the from the gestures, from the signs, from the facial expressions, from the context and all that, you can understand a lot, and that's very important, and once you understand a little bit, then from what you understand leads to you to understand things that you don't understand. And so two things: listening, watching. It seems to me the closest thing to learning a language, spontaneously, naturally. So it's very important to give more focus to the meaning and conveying the message, than to just over-focus on the form. Because I think that, and when I talk about the form, I talk about grammar, and I think that's just a way of consciously involving it, and it seems not natural, and that's why I think it's a hindrance to you when you start to learn. So I think for people who want to learn multiple languages, you have to go to just listening, and so you can try to acquire it naturally.
Thanks a lot, Habib. That's very beneficial. I bet all students will benefit from your great participation and your great intervention. That's the end of part 1. Now we're gonna start part 2. Now we would like you to tell us about a situation in which you got embarrassed or you burst out of laughter because of something that happened to you accidentally, or something that accidentally happened to you. You were not expecting it to occur.
Well, good question, because we've all had our moments, good or bad. We've had our embarrassing moments. So I remember, I didn't want to say this, but this incident when I was in like a WhatsApp group, like for conversation, English conversation, and I was having this, I newly joined this group, and one time we were talking and speaking in the group about it, some topic, and there is this girl who PM me, who messaged me privately, and she said something like where did you learn English? And like in my head I was like, I thought, like she's saying, like your English is, I thought what she was saying is that, like your English is great, how did you learn English? That's what I thought in my head. And so accordingly I texted her because this is what I assumed. So I texted her saying, like it's fine, I've been learning English since ages, and that's why, but you guys are doing great, and yada yada yada. But it turned out to be that's not why she asked. It was just for something else, completely different. So I really kind of felt a lot of embarrassed, because she probably knew, she probably was like, she said to herself like, that's not what I'm asking about. So that was it was just funny. Maybe I shouldn't assume anything.
Thank you, Habib, once again. That, without a doubt, will make the audience day. So here is the final question. During your studies in different colleges, schools, and institutions, there must be a person whose courage and determination struck you and made you admire the way he's managing his life. Tell us in one word or two words about a professor or any other person who motivated you and made a huge impact on your life.
Well, actually, in my institute, there were numerous teachers who've supported me and encouraged me, and I appreciate that, and I'm admired by most of them. If I had to pick one in particular, I would go for Sayyid, who is not a teacher, who did not teach me at the university. But I had a session with I had different session with Sayyid in his center in personal development and leadership, and I learned a lot, and I got a lot of advice from him, and he's someone that I'm so admired by. I'm so impressed and admired by his approach, the way he talked to people, the way he talked to us, the way he guide us and lead us. It's just very, very impressive. For those who don't know, Sayyid, now he lives in the US, in Canada, and he has his own podcast, his own talk show on social media, and he's a journalist, a translator, and an incredible person. Yeah.
Thank you so much, my dear guest Habib for sharing with us such astonishing and wonderful story. Everyone in this life has ideal. Some people have like bad ideals, others have good ones, and yours is the better one. So I know him personally, and he's a great example. So thank you so much for sharing with us, sharing with the audience, and this your beautiful story. Before we call it a day, now the floor is yours to say some words, like before we end this episode to the audience. And it's been really an honor, and we're glad to that we've been hosting such great and powerful guests like you, Habib. I am really proud of you and proud of being your friend. Thank you so much again, once again, for being with me. Thanks a lot. Thank you to you, and stay tuned to the next episode. Bye bye.
All I want to say at the end of the day, for English learners, for those who want to learn a language, be it English, French, Spanish, Chinese, or whatever, is that keep going. It's a long way, but it's feasible, and you have to believe that you will make it one day. Hardship and difficulties and bumps in the road are a part of it, but we are here to combat and to surmount those hurdles, and the sky's the limit. And of course I want to thank you, Brahim, for having me. This is a great show, and I hope that